Have you noticed every time you try to save a couple dollars, something happened? You've been grinding for months. You got overtime. You got time and a half. Your paycheck heavier than everybody's on the job. Then knock, knock. Who's there? Student loan. Shit. You finally get ahead just a little bit. Then the car break down. The rent go up. An old bill show up. Now all of a sudden, groceries want to be in competition with Tesla. Then you start thinking to yourself, God dang, is it me? Or somebody monitoring my bank account? And the truth is, nobody actually set us down to show us how the money system works. Credit cards, credit scores, percentages, interest. There was a time that people thought credit cards was free money. Nobody sat you down and broke down the real consequences of missing payments and how it can affect your credit score. Shit, we just figure it out as we go. Late fees, collection calls, higher insurance, highest interest rates. They told you 99% APR and you thought you was getting a deal. And now you paying extra because you didn't know how the system worked. A lot of us do not know financial literacy. So when somebody come along, start talking about long-term planning, investing, financial advice, you think they plotting on your food stamps. I know that trick. You plotting on my stamps. No, you ain't getting my stamps. No, you can't get my stamps. Where in reality, we just had a late start. I've been a long-term investor for a while now. And watching how the markets move taught me a lot. And it taught me that everything moves in cycles. Buying, selling, ups, downs, excitement, panic. And when you began to observe these nuances, it could be an emotional roller coaster. And unfortunately, our personal lives is the byproduct of all this chaos. Interest rates shift. You got bills showing up from years ago, and you just can't relax. You know how you go to the mall, you want to treat yourself to some shoes or something like that. Ladies, you want to treat yourself to a little purse, a little pocketbook. When you leaving the mall, what happened? You feel guilty as ever. You walking out the mall knowing you got to take them back. Your bill's sitting at home like, you got to take those back. That going back and forth dynamic is draining. But here's the thing. Whether we like politics or not, the decisions that's made at the top eventually affects us at the bottom. And now you feel like you got a hole at the bottom of your gas tank. Daycare about $500 a week, ain't it? I know. Your job might as well not even write your name on the check, because you just a middleman. Look, listen to this. If you wasn't taught financial literacy, if your family was already behind, you start life playing catch up. And when you're playing catch up, mistakes cost way more. And you can't trust nobody because you've been burnt too many damn times. You try something new, you hear everybody making money off said thing, but you're late to the party. And what worked before is no longer effective when you finally hear about it. After a while, it's me against the world, baby. But here is the comforting part. He could lend to you, but you can't lend to him. He shall be the head and you shall be the tail. When I read it, it made me think, why, God? Why? And what I must do to put myself in a better position. Oh yeah, speaking of position, position matters because many of us are in a position that we don't want to be in. So what shifts position? I'm glad you asked. Knowledge shifts position. Discipline shifts position. And patience shifts position. They ain't teach us at first, but at some point, we gotta do it. Get up, start writing your pros, your cons, what's helping you, what's holding you back. If you feel like you've been working hard and not getting ahead, you're not alone. If you feel like every time you breathe, an expense show up, you're not alone. If you ever try to reward yourself to make yourself feel good but only felt guilty afterwards, you're not alone. Listen, we are all navigating the same economy, but you moving with intention changes the outcome over time. Learn a little more, ask questions, but I can't stress this one enough. Write it down. You need to do more writing. Anybody that was ever great, they wrote. It's a natural stress relief. Why keep things on your mind? Whereas though, if you write it down, you're taking it off of your mind. Try it. Move with discipline, apply your strategy, and keep God first. Let me know how that worked out. That's all.